along with those programs.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also SQL as well.
Okay. So Python also you know about basics and all. Like you want to learn
Mhm.
complete Python, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So you
Okay.
know about how to read inputs and outputs, all right? So which software you are using, like a Python ideally, or any other editor you are using?
Right now, I'm using the Python ideally,
Okay.
but before I used to use something else. I can't remember, and I'm
Okay.
trying. Since I that was on my old laptop, so I don't know where exactly what it was called, but it
Okay.
was a different prompt thing. So,
Okay.
but as of right now, I'm just using ideally because since I have that installed into the computer.
Okay. So basic rules of Python programming language. So if you
Mhm.
want to run some simple code, what are the rules it should follow? So simulate comment in Python is that is hash. So what is multi-line comment in Python? So that is like triple quotes or doc
Mhm.
strings. You can use doc strings also. Doc strings means you can use
Uh,
this one. Either you can use this one or triple quotes. So I can directly write with the Python ideally so that you will understand. So just go to the Python ideally. So here it is ideally means it is executed. It's an interpreter. So it is executed only single line every time. If you want to print anything, you just use print. So inside a parenthesis, you can pass like the double quotes. You can pass anything, or else you can use single. First of all, what is the basic rules for Python programming? How to use input and how to use output formats. If you want to write entire the code, so we need to go to the editor. So Python itself, it is providing one editor. This is Python editor. This is Python shell or interpret. So here we can write enter the logic, we can execute. So just save. So we just save that file with name is sample.py. So here we can write enter the logic, single line comment. So what is multi-line comment in Python? So you can use this one. So here this is multi-line comment. So here you can write this one. Or else you can go with doc strings. So that is also possible. What are the rules the Python is following?
so basically, you have to use a doc string
Okay.
for anything like, say, for example, if you wanted to print, and then you can assign values as well.
Okay.
You can just say like x is equal to 10 or y is equal to 20, and it'll automatically save the value that you have assigned, and then once you do like x plus y, it'll calculate that and print that out as
Okay,
well.
fine, fine. Python is a unique style of coding, so it doesn't have any flower brackets. So we can directly use without flower brackets, and
Mhm.
it doesn't have any end statement semicolon like Java or C or anything. So end
Mhm.
statement semicolon it doesn't. So here, moreover thing, the Python doesn't have variable initialization where format specifier. It doesn't require. So we can directly write. Every programming language is a case sensitive. That is already known. So Python is a case sensitive language. So that means it's a lower and uppercase. If you print something like here, you need to use compulsory this format. Print hello. So this is common. Like this is right. But if you try to print capital or small, so it doesn't take. So this is one thing, like A and capital A. So this is two different variables. And moreover thing, the Python by assigning that value, so we can do directly. Like for example, we want to print some addition A equal to 10, so B equal to 20 equal to A plus B. So here you just print the data directly. So print. So if you want to print that data, so you can use addition. So here if you declare a variable, like you directly by assigning the value, it is identified the Python itself what type of value it is. So this is the beauty of the Python. So here we want to print the data, so you don't need of any format specifier. We need to mention here. So percentage d, percentage of anything. So here we can directly print our data. So without the list. So if you want to run this code, you just go to the Python and run. So here you can see the result in shell script. So it doesn't require any variable declaration and format specifier. This is the part. It should follow the indentation. So you already know about indentation, everything, right?
Yes.
So here, if you try to print this print into forward line, like it doesn't execute. So Python doesn't have like brackets. Like that's what how it is identified. What is the main block code? What is the sub block code? It is identified completely based on the indentation. A value is correct. A value is wrong. So it can use else. So So I just want to print like this. Try to print if we like without the indentation, it doesn't take because this is like main block code. So this is considered as sub block code, like block one code. So you see, this is inside of the if statement. So this is inside of the else statement. It is identified by using indentation because it doesn't have any braces like flower braces. That's what it should follow the indentation. Like if you try to print something, so here you can print this data. This is fine. Like whatever the lines of the code, it should follow in the same line. So this is so here you can execute. So you can see the result, right? So if you try to move this line into forward or backward, generating indentation error. So we should follow the unexpected. But if you want to move this line also in same path, we can execute without the error. So whatever the lines of code you are writing, so all the lines should be in same path. That is called indentation. If you want to import any of the libraries or defining any function, so here we need to use def is a keyword. So if you want to import any of the library or module, we need to use import is a keyword. Define a function through some addition. So what should I do? Using a def is a keyword. So here I want to create any function name, add one, addition one. So inside of it I am passing, or else we can directly. So this is like function definition. So here print the result, addition equal where the value is stored C. So execute this function. So if you want to define a function, so here we need to use compulsory def is a keyword. So this is common. Like here I just created a function name, same as logic. So if you want to execute it, we just call the function name. So here I am using in addition. So if you try to execute, add one, we just call and we can execute. This is 30. If you want to change, you can change to 100. Now you can see the difference. So here it's 210, it's a 200. So it's a basic difference. Same as if you want to create a, like any of the module or library, so you can use the keyword as import. So import, I want to import some time is a module so that I want to print this delay, some time delay. So you can use import is a keyword. Same like as if you want to include any of the library in C hash include is that including format. Like here, if you want to import any of the module, you need to use the keyword as import. So here, after printing this value, I am providing some time delay. Time dot sleep. So here I am providing 2 seconds gap. So after printing this data, it takes 2 second time. After that, it will print the data. Just see. So it prints the first data. After that, it will take time. It will print the data. For I in range is a function. So here I want to print so 1 to 10 numbers. So you already know about range function, everything, right?
Yes.
I want to print this time. So with the time delay, formatted this one. But try to print. So it will print all the data without time delay. So first we'll see. So it prints 1 to 10 numbers without time delay. So if you want to print with delay, so here you can use like function time delay. So I can provide time delay for 1 second, the data. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, it takes time delay. It will print all the data. For Python, like it should follow these rules. So if you want to define a function, so here you can use like whatever the model you want to do, you can use import is a keyword. Format specified to print the data, so it doesn't require. So if you want to print format specified, that is also available. So this is the basic rules. Read these values from the keyboard, like how to read, how to write, so how to print the data. So what all are input formats, what all are output formats. I just take another file. Did you remember how to read inputs, how to write output formats? Okay, so I will explain you.
No, I was just saying, yeah, so basically since we didn't really specify what we're doing with those values, it's just adding it together as a string, not as a.
So here we are not mentioning any data like data type. So because we have a choice, like we can enter int, float, string, anything. But so if you try to mention like what kind of data, like for example, I want to enter here hello, is printing hello Python. So it reads in the format of string. Like if you find what is the type of input you are able to, so you can see the same thing. Now we can see what is the value we are able to read. So just go to the file, execute. So I try to enter here some float value 10.5, so 20.56. This was float, but it is taking like as a string. So it is just concatenate these two strings like 10.5 plus 20. It's just adding. So that's it. So if I try to execute, so we need to use typecasting. So before that value, so here we need to mention what is the type of value we need to read. Like I just want to read all are integer. So it means it reads only integer, except integer, it doesn't take any other value. It just directly throws an error. So you just see, if I try to enter, so just 100 plus 200. So what's the result? Here we can able to get result is 300, 100 plus 200. So here we are getting integer value. So that's it. So if I try to enter some different value, so 12.345, it's directly thrown error like value error. So what it means, invalid literal. So you are expecting integer, but you are entering float type of value. That's it. So that is the error. So it reads only integer value. So if you mention here float, we can able to read only float type of value. So here Python, it takes character also like as a string. So if you mention float 23.45, so what's the result? Float type of input. So that's it. In the same way,